So, markets are pushing higher again, but honestly, it's starting to feel like they're walking a very fine line here. Hey everyone, it's Tuesday morning, April 28th, and welcome back to Capital Markets Quickie. I'm your host, Endrit Sella, here to break down yesterday's market action in just 2 minutes. Quick note before we dive in. Today's episode is brought to you by AMF Capital, Asset Management Frankfurt. Learn more about our funds and strategies at amf-capital.de. Alright, let's get started. Now, U.S. equities were slightly mixed, but still managed to grind higher overall. The Standard & Poor's 500 and the Nasdaq Composite both edged up, hitting fresh all-time highs again, while the Dow Jones actually slipped a bit, down 0.1%. So yeah, on the surface, things still look pretty strong. But under the hood, there's a lot going on right now. Geopolitics came back into focus, as Iran reportedly floated a proposal to reopen the Strait of Hormuz and potentially ease tensions. That's a big deal, because this waterway is absolutely critical for global oil supply. At the same time, though, negotiations around Iran's nuclear program are being pushed further out, and that's still a major sticking point for the US. And here's the thing, oil markets are reacting. Brent crude is holding above $100 per barrel, and US crude moved above $96. That's keeping inflation concerns very much alive because higher energy prices tend to feed through the entire economy. So while equities are pushing higher, the macro backdrop is definitely getting more complicated. Now, on the corporate side, one headline really stood out yesterday. Microsoft shares came under pressure after the company announced it's ending its exclusive partnership with OpenAI. That includes the revenue sharing agreement as well. That's a pretty significant shift, especially given how central artificial intelligence has been to the market narrative. And looking ahead, this week is huge. We're getting earnings from most of the so-called Magnificent Seven, including Microsoft, Amazon, Alphabet, Meta, and Apple. So, a lot of the market direction right now will depend on how these companies deliver. And then, of course, we've got the Federal Reserve. The Fed kicks off its 2-day meeting today. And while experts expect no change in rates, the tone will be key, especially with rising oil prices and ongoing geopolitical risks. It's also worth noting that this is one of the final meetings chaired by Jerome Powell before a potential leadership transition to Kevin Warsh, who is facing a confirmation vote soon. So, yeah, a lot to digest right now. Markets are holding up, but the pressure points are clearly building. Alright, that's it for today's Capital Markets Quickie. If you found this helpful, hit subscribe and stay in the loop. And if you want more insights, just add me on LinkedIn. Always happy to connect. See you tomorrow morning.